Hello, Matthew. How are you tonight?
Hi, I'm good. And you?
Well, my electricity went off about a half hour ago, so I wasn't sure if I'd have class. Did you get my message? I put the message on the same place that I put about the class and the recording.
Uh-huh.
But maybe 10 minutes ago, it came back on, so I'm here. So Matthew, do you go to school still? Oh, here's Luisa. Hello, Luisa. How are you tonight? Oh, you're not. Hi. How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good.
Yeah.
Did you get my message that my electricity went out?
Yes.
Okay, but it just came back on a few minutes ago, so I thought, well, let's try. If it goes out again, I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. I think maybe somebody ran into a telephone pole or something. Here's Nancy. Hello, Nancy.
Hi, Mrs. Wanda.
I think you're all ready for Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I sent a message to Norma, and her COVID has gone into pneumonia. And so we just need to keep praying for her.
Wow. It's a lot time to sick.
Yes, it was like that for my sister as well. And then she was getting better, she was doing well, and then she got pneumonia again. So this COVID is pretty awful.
Mm.
It's not one of those things that you can just forget about. You really have to be worried about it. And I don't like to be worried about things like that. I'd rather be worried about how I'm going to send a message to a friend.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't asked Louise. I'll have to ask Louise later about Lena. She's his mother. And so I'll have to ask. Louisa, do you know about Lena? No?
No, not.
Okay. After I asked you, I realized, no, you don't know Lena except through this. So I'm sorry, I shouldn't have even asked you. Well, I guess maybe we need to go ahead and get started. I don't know if we're going to have anybody else or not. Ooh, let's see, I think I need to move some things. Oh. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, well, whatever. So anyway, our verse today is found in the book of 1 John, chapter 4 and verse 8. And the Apostle John wrote the book of John, the book of 1st, 2nd, and 3rd John, and he wrote Revelation. So he wrote 5 of the books in the New Testament, and he was actually an apostle of Jesus. He learned about Jesus firsthand. And he tells us in the book of 1 John 4:8, God is love. And he knew Jesus firsthand. And I think he knew about God's love firsthand because of that. Okay, let's see what our vowels are. What's this one?
A,
And this one?
E,
And this one?
I,
I,
And this one?
O,
O,
And this one?
U.
U.
That's right. And today we're going to be working on page 132 in the textbook, and that's this book. And then the other book says workbook on it, and that'll be page 88. I don't know what I did to make it do that. I wonder if I can bring it down any. Yeah. That's a little better. If it'll let me move the page, yeah. Okay, so 132, come on. Okay, we're almost there. All right. Now, I went over this last class, but there are 2 letters in English and Spanish that the sound is just almost opposite. And so like in Spanish, you would say her name as Jerlene.
Mhm,
But in English, we would say it something like Yerlin.
mhm.
And this would be John in English. This would be Juan in Spanish. And this would be yes, or you, or yesterday. So that y sound is like what you say for the J, and what we say for the J is like what you say for the R, or the Y. So if you can kind of think of those as just opposite sounds, that might be helpful. Then these dresses would be plural. So if your noun is plural, you use these. But this dress is singular. So if your noun is singular, you would use this. So this is for one, these is for plural, more than one. And then I am is abbreviated I'm. And that's kind of the way you say it, I'm. Do not becomes don't. And the do not and don't, they're nothing like each other, except they start with the D and T and have an N in it. But do not and don't. So don't has a completely different sound from the do not. And then in English, there are two sounds for TH. And both of them, you pretty much put your tongue on your lips. So this, these, that th sound, it kind of is a tingly, tickly sound. And like these rhymes with trees. It's the same kind of a sound.
Is
So let's look at page 132, and we're not going to listen to it again. We're just going to review it. So at the top, it says lesson 2, clothing size, this, that, these, and those. So first you have small, then medium, and then large and extra large. Now these shirts are all the same shirt. It's just the size that's different. And a lot of times the tag will just say S for small, M for medium, L for large, or XL for extra large. And then the conversation there, we're going to do that conversation again in the workbook. So we're not going to go through that conversation again. We're going to do that in the workbook. All right, now this and that. So this is page 133. I'm losing everything, sorry. And on page 133, there at the top, it has, do you have this shirt in a large? So this is something you're holding, this bottle, this pencil, this book. But that is something that is a distance away. I'm not holding it. I can point to it, I can see it, but I can't necessarily touch it. It's that. It's on the other side. So like this, I'm holding. Do you have this shirt in a large? No, but we have that shirt. She's pointing to it in a large. So this is, you can touch it. It's close. That is over there. You can see it, but it's not close enough to touch. That's singular. This is singular. This shirt. That shirt is singular. Your noun is singular, so your descriptive word this and that is singular. Then the next set of sentences is these. So these, it's something up close. These bottles, it's plural, it's close, it's something nearby, something you can touch. Do you have these dresses in a size 12? No, but we have those. The things over there, we have those dresses in a size 12. So these is up close, those is distance. These are also plural. These dresses is plural. Those dresses is plural. So now let's go the up and down. Do you have this shirt in a large? It's talking about something up close and it's singular. Do you have these dresses in a size 12? It's up close and it's plural. That you're talking about over there. It's a distance. No, but we have that shirt in a large. So it's something that you could point to, but that is singular. And plural, we have those is plural, those dresses. The dresses is plural. So these and those are plural, this and that are singular. This and these are close, that and those are at a distance. So these 4 words can be really confusing if we don't work on it. Now, I believe we did part F, didn't we? Okay, so let's just read the sentences. And remember, you're talking about this or these. So it's singular or plural, and it's up close. So Nancy, would you read number 1?
Yes. Do you have this jacket in an extra large?
Okay, and Louisa, would you read number 2?
Do you have those shoes in size 8?
Okay, you're just going to use this or these. Those would be across the room. So it's these, they're right there, you can touch them. So do you have these? THESE is these. Those is THOSE. I know, it's confusing. All right. That's why I'm going through it again. All right, now number 3, Matthew.
These sweaters are a size small.
Okay, see, sweaters is plural. So it would be these.
Yes.
Do you have these shoes? Shoes is plural. These sweaters are a size small. These is plural. All right. So Nancy, number 4.
This dress in a size 10.
Yes. And Louisa, number 5.
We have these blues in medium.
Yes. At least that one was more simple. The difference between this and these is singular and plural. This is singular, these is plural. All right, now let's go to G. Any questions?
No.
No question.
So like this pair of pants, these pair of pants, they're close. That pair of pants, those pants, they're far away. But when you're talking about pants, are you talking about a pair of pants or pants? A pair of pants, the pants is always plural. But if you're talking about a pair, it's singular. Okay, can we be more confusing? This pair of pants, this pair of shoes, if we're talking about a pair, it's singular. There's 2 parts to it, but it's singular. If you're talking about these pants or these shoes, those pants or those shoes, that's plural. Okay, any questions? All right, so let's go on to part G. And so Matthew, what's number 1 in part G?
Do you have those socks in a small?
Yes. And number 2, Nancy.
Do you have that shirt in a large?
Okay. It's a K. It's an SK.
Okay. Skirt,
Oh, it's skirt.
a skirt, skirt.
Right.
Skirt.
Shirt. Okay, shirt is the top and skirt is the bottom.
Okay,
But shirt is an SH and that's sh. SK is a k.
okay, skirt,
Yes.
skirt. Okay.
Okay. All right. And number 3, Louisa.
That shirt is amazing.
That's correct. Okay. And number 4, Matthew.
This dress is a size 10.
Okay. Now look down. It has, that's in part F. And then below that, below your number 4 that you just read, there's a number 5, then a G, write that or those, and then a number 1, and a number 2, and a number 3, and a number 4, and it starts, we have. Do you see that, Matthew?
We have those t-shirts in a extra large.
Yes, yes. And number 5, Nancy?
Those jeans are a size 12.
Okay, any questions? All right. I'm sorry, but English is hard. And that's all that you can say. And it does take practice. I've heard that it takes 50 times, 50 veces, to learn an English word.
Mhm.
That's just a fact. Okay, sorry about that. All right, now let's go to the workbook and see it says workbook on it. Let's go to the workbook and it says play track 52. Listen and write the missing words and numbers. Now, on these sorts of things, I'll play it 3 times. And if we need to play it more, I'll play it because you're having to listen and write and make a change in your mind as well. You're having to do so much. I'll play it 3 times.
Page 88. Exercise A. Listen. Write the missing words and numbers. 1.
Can I help you?
Do you have this shirt in a large?
Yes. Here you go.
Do you have these sneakers in a size 11?
I'm sorry, we don't.
2. Can I help you?
Do you have this blouse in a medium?
Yes. Here you go.
Do you have these jeans in a size 10?
I'm sorry, we don't. 3.
Can I help you?
Do you have this t-shirt in an extra large?
Yes. Here you go.
Do you have these shoes in a size 12?
I'm sorry, we don't.
Okay, now I'm going to play it through again.
Page 88. Exercise A. Listen. Write the missing words and numbers. 1.
Can I help you?
Do you have this shirt in a large?
Yes. Here you go.
Do you have these sneakers in a size 11?
I'm sorry, we don't.
2. Can I help you?
Do you have this blouse in a medium?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these jeans in a size 10?
I'm sorry, we don't. 3.
Can I help you?
Do you have this t-shirt in an extra large?
Yes. Here you go.
Do you have these shoes in a size 12?
I'm sorry. We don't.
Okay, I'm gonna play it again.
Page 88. Exercise A. Listen. Write the missing words and numbers. 1.
Can I help you?
Do you have this shirt in a large?
Yes. Here you go.
Do you have these sneakers in a size 11?
I'm sorry. We don't.
2. Can I help you?
Do you have this blouse in a medium?
Yes. Here you go.
Do you have these jeans in a size 10?
I'm sorry, we don't. 3.
Can I help you?
Do you have this t-shirt in an extra large?
Yes. Here you go.
Do you have these shoes in a size 12?
I'm sorry. We don't.
Do I need to play it again?
No.
Okay. So, Nancy and Louisa, you do number 1, just number 1, and Nancy will do A and Louisa will do B.
Okay. Can I help you?
Do you have this shirt in a large?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these sneakers in a size 11?
I'm sorry, we don't.
Okay, now Louisa and Matthew, you do number 2, and Louisa will be A and Matthew will be B.
Can I help you?
Do you have the blouse in a medium?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these jeans in a size 10?
I'm sorry, we don't.
All right, now the next one, Matthew and Nancy will do it, and Matthew will be A and Nancy will be B.
Can I help you?
Do you have this t-shirt in an extra large?
Yes, here we go.
Do you have these shoes in a size 12?
I'm sorry, we don't.
All right, now let's go through it again, and this time more for practice. And so do all 3 conversations. So Nancy, you'll do all the A's, and Louisa, you do all the B's.
Okay. Can I help you?
Do you have this shirt in a large?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these sneakers in a size 11?
I'm sorry, we don't. Can I help you?
Do you have this blouse in a medium?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these jeans in a size 10?
I'm sorry, we don't. Can I help you?
Do you have this t-shirt in a extra large?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these shoes in a size 12?
I'm sorry, we don't.
Okay. All right, now Louisa, you be A for all of them, and Matthew, you be B for all of them.
Can I help you?
Matthew, you're doing part B.
Do you have this shirt in a large?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these sneakers in a size 11?
I'm sorry, we don't. Can I help you?
Do you have these blouse in a medium?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these jeans in a size 10?
I'm sorry, we don't. Can I help you?
Do you have this t-shirt in an extra large?
Yes, here you go.
Do you have these shoes in a size 12?
I'm sorry, we don't.
Okay, so Matthew, now you're A and Nancy, you're B.
Can I help you?
Do you have these shirts in a large?
Yes, here we go.
Do you have these sneakers in a size 11?
I'm sorry, we don't. Can I help you?
Do you have this blouse in a medium?
Yes, here we go.
Do you have this jean in a size 10?
I'm sorry, we don't. Can I help you?
Do you have this t-shirt in an extra large?
Yes, here we go.
Do you have these shoes in a size 12?
I'm sorry, we don't.
All right, now any questions?
No.
So down at the bottom, part B, you're either going to write this or these. And the difference between them is whether they're at the beginning of the sentence or in the middle of the sentence. So use the capital letter if it's the beginning of the sentence.
Mhm.
And remember, this is singular, these is plural. Are you finished?
Finish.
Okay.
Finish.
Okay. So Matthew, what's number 1?
Do you have this shirt in a small?
And number 2, Nancy?
We have this jacket in an extra large.
That's going to be this because it's singular.
Mhm.
Okay. And number 3, Louisa?
These shirts are medium.
Okay, and number 4, Matthew.
This dress is a large.
And number 5, Nancy.
Do you have this sneaker in a size 10?
All right, any question? So let's go on to page 89, part C. And here you write this or that, excuse me, you write that. You're pointing to something off. That is singular and those is plural. And the difference between them is that if it's at the beginning of a sentence, you use the capital letter.
Finish.
Thank you.
Finish.
Okay, so Nancy, number 1,
Do you have that skirt in a medium?
and number 2, Luisa,
Do you have those pants in a size 2?
and number 3, Matthew,
That shirt is a large.
and number 4, Nancy,
Those sneakers are a size 6.
and number 5, Luisa,
We have that blouse in a small.
and number 6, Matthew,
We have those socks in a size 4.
okay? And we didn't have a problem with skirt and shirt.
Skirts.
Okay, and excuse me, in part D, look at the pictures, write this or that, these or those. Remember, this is singular, that is singular, these and those are plural.
Finish.
Finish.
Thank you. Okay, now part D, number 1, Luisa.
We have those shirts in a large.
Yes, and number 2, Matthew?
We have this sweater in a small.
Yes, this. Okay, number 3, Nancy?
We have these shoes in a size 11.
And number 4, Louisa?
We have that dress in size 10.
Okay, any questions? All right, so we'll go back to the other book. And we're pretty much finished with these and those and this and that, all right? So you can forget about, no, don't forget about it because you need to learn it, all right? So lesson 3 is about colors. Say what someone is wearing. So not just describe it as a dress or a shirt, but what color it is. So, oh, I've got to change the CD.
Nancy, ¿qué página es que?
Sorry que no escuché, no estuve pendiente, perdón. Miss Wanda, what page?
We're in 134 in the textbook.
Textbook 1? 44.
Okay.
La 134, Matthew,
Gracias.
del libro, del...
Sí, sí.
Okay.
All right, part A is a color wheel, and we'll go around saying the colors. But when you are talking about a noun, in English, we put the adjective first. So like white shirt, red blouse, black pants, put the adjective first and then the noun.
Mhm.
And so for some people, this becomes difficult, but it's the adjective first and then the noun.
Page 134. Exercise A. Listen and point. 1,
red,
2,
blue,
3,
yellow,
4,
Green,
green,
5,
orange,
orange,
6,
brown,
brown,
7,
white,
8,
black,
9,
purple,
10,
pink,
pink,
11,
beige,
12.
gray,
gray,
Listen and repeat. 1,
red,
red,
2,
blue,
blue,
3,
yellow,
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 4,
green,
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 5,
orange,
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 6,
brown,
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 7,
white,
White.
White.
8,
black,
Black.
9,
purple,
Purple.
Purple.
10,
pink,
Pink.
Pink.
11,
beige,
Beige.
Beige.
12,
gray,
Gray.
Gray.
page 134. Exercise B. Listen and read. 1,
red,
2,
blue,
3,
yellow,
4,
green,
Green.
5,
orange,
6,
brown,
7,
white,
8,
black,
9,
purple,
10,
Pink.
pink,
11,
beige,
12,
Gray.
gray,
listen and repeat. 1,
red,
Red.
Red.
2,
blue,
Blue.
Blue.
3,
yellow,
Yellow.
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 4,
green,
Green.
Green.
5,
orange,
Orange.
Orange.
6,
brown,
Brown.
Brown.
7,
white,
White.
White.
8,
black,
Black.
Black.
9,
purple,
Purple.
Purple.
10,
pink,
Pink.
11,
beige,
Beige.
12,
gray,
Gray.
Gray.
Any questions?
No.
All right, on part C, you're going to write your answers. Like, what color is your favorite jacket?
Finish.
Finish.
Okay, Louisa, tell us about what you like. Read the question and then your answer.
What is your favorite jacket? What color is your favorite jacket? Is black. What color are your favorite pants? Are blue. What color are your favorite shoes are beige. What color is your favorite t-shirt? It's white. And what is your favorite color? Green.
Okay. And Matthew, tell us about what you like.
What is your color favorite jacket? Is black. What color are your favorite pants? Is blue. What color are your favorite shoes? Is black and white. What color is your favorite t-shirt? Is black. What is your favorite color? Is green.
Okay, Nancy, tell us about what you like.
What color is your favorite jacket? Is blue. What colors are your favorite pants? Are gray. What colors are your favorite shoes? Are black. What color is your favorite t-shirt? Is pink. What is your favorite color? Is red.
Okay, any questions? All right, in part E, you have another conversation, and look at the picture over to the side, and what do you think the conversation is about?
Is a birthday party.
Okay. So let's listen to the conversation and then listen and repeat, and then we'll practice it.
Page 135. Exercise E. Listen. Is Nina here?
Yes, she's over there. She's wearing a red blouse and black pants.
Okay, thanks. Listen and repeat. Is Nina here?
Is Nina
Nina
here?
here.
Yes, she's over there.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
she's over
She's
there.
wearing
there.
a red blouse and black pants.
she's
She's
wearing a red blouse and black pants.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right, now let's start with Louisa as A and Matthew as B.
Is Nina here?
Yes, she's over there. She's wearing a red blouse and black pants.
Okay, thanks.
All right, now Matthew's A and Nancy's B.
Is Nina here?
Yes, she's over there. She's wearing a red blouse and black pants.
Okay, thanks.
All right, now Nancy's A and Louisa's B.
Is Nina here?
Yes, she's over there. She's wearing a red blouse and a black pant.
Okay, thanks.
All right, any questions? All right, now adjective plus noun, and I kind of went through this a little bit. Read the sentences, adjective plus noun. He's wearing a white shirt. She's wearing a red blouse and black pants. So you put the adjective first. So when you're telling about something with the color of it, you tell the color first and then the noun. Or maybe you would talk about big or little or, you know, any kind of adjective describing your noun. You put the adjective first and then the noun. Then G, look at the pictures and complete the sentences. And there's 4 sentences there, and you're going to be telling what the person is wearing.
Finish.
Finish.
Okay, Nancy, would you tell us number one, please? Read number one.
Rob is wearing a white shirt, gray pants, and black shoes.
Okay, Luisa, number two, please.
Tina is wearing a orange blouse, blue skirt, and brown shoes.
Okay, and Matthew, number three, please.
A yellow dress, blue shoes.
And number four, Nancy.
Ed is wearing a green t-shirt, beige pants, and red sneaker.
Okay, any questions? All right, now on my in-person classes, I would stand up and say, what am I wearing? But I think it's going to be easier for you to write down a sentence about what you're wearing, and then you're going to tell us what you're wearing.
Okay. I have a question. This is
Yes.
a jacket or a sweater? What?
Is it a knit?
Is a,
Does it stretch easy?
yes,
See, this doesn't stretch. So
Yes.
it's a jacket, but if it stretches easy, then it's probably a sweater.
sweater. And this is other sweater.
It's not a t-shirt.
No, it's a stretch
Okay, so yes,
sweater, both sweater.
yes.
Okay.
It's kind of what it's made out of and how it's made.
Okay. Fine.
Nancy, disculpe, ¿qué estamos haciendo?
Ok, tienes que describir la ropa que tienes puesta, los colores y la ropa que tienes. Si tienes una t-shirt, los colores del pantalón.
Ok, ¿en qué parte?
Um, Eso supone que tú le escribes en un papelito porque lo diga.
Ah, gracias.
Ok.
Thank you.
Finish.
All right, so Matthew, tell us what you're wearing.
I have a white shirt, red short, and flip flops.
Okay, it's cold out here. I couldn't imagine wearing shorts, but I'm glad you're warm. Okay, so Nancy,
I'm wearing a gray sweater, red sweater, gray pants, and black socks.
okay. And Louisa, what are you wearing?
I'm wearing a sweater black with gray, blue pants, and a pink socks.
Okay, any questions?
No question.
So go to the workbook, the other book, page 90. If you have any problems with any of these words, remember they're on page 134 in the textbook. So you can get the correct spelling there. So A is complete the words for the colors. So it has some letters missing and it's not all vowels. Some places it's the consonant. So you fill in the lines with the colors.
Ahora sí.
Finish.
Finish.
Okay. We're going to read the letters first, like R-E-D, and then the word red. Practicing the letters themselves as well as the colors. So Louisa, what's number 1, please? Oh, well, I've done number 1. Let's go on to number 2.
Number 2 is green.
And what are the letters?
G-R-E-E-N.
Yes. And number 3, Matthew?
3 is orange. O-R-A-N-G-A.
Yes. And number 4, Nancy?
B-R-O-W-N, brown.
And number 5, Louisa?
Oh, Y-E-L-L-O-W.
And what's the color?
Yellow.
Thank you. And number 6, Matthew?
Blue. B-L-U-E.
Okay. And number 7, Nancy?
W-H-I-T-E, white.
And number 8, Louisa?
B-L-A-C-K.
Black.
And colors black.
Thank you. Number 9, Matthew?
P-U-R-P-L-E is purple.
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 Purple. It's one of those that they remember English, it doesn't always sound like it looks.
Mhm.
So this is a purple.
Purple.
And that P-L-E is a pull instead of a play. You know, Matthew, you were trying to say it more in Spanish, but it's purple.
Purple.
Okay, and number 10, Nancy?
G-R-A-Y, gray.
And number 11, Louisa?
Pink. C-I-N-K.
And number 12, Matthew? Matthew, number 12?
Number 12 is incomplete.
Beige?
B.
B-E-A-I-G-A.
Okay, it's B-E-I-G-E, and you pronounce it beige. That's one reason I go over the vowels every time. And that was another reason why I had you spell it as well as just say the color, because I'm sorry, but it's confusing going from Spanish to English. It's just the way it is. Okay. And then part B, write the correct colors. And there's at least one of them when I don't think there's just one color. I've never seen it any just one color, but whatever the main color. So B is write the correct colors.
Finish.
Finish.
Okay, so Nancy, what's number one? Read the whole sentence.
Banana are yellow.
And
Yellow.
number two, Luisa.
Orange are orange.
That one I think is the easiest of them all. All right, number three, Matthew.
Carrots are orange.
Okay, and number four, Nancy.
Pears are green.
And number five, Luisa.
Strawberries are red.
And numbers, where am I? Six, Matthew.
Cucumbers are green.
And number seven, Nancy.
Tomatoes are red.
And number eight, Luisa.
Lettuce is green.
And number nine, Matthew.
Cherries are red.
And number 10, Nancy.
Mangoes are many color, green, orange, yellow.
That's why I said I couldn't say that it was even one color. I've seen most of them are mostly green, but so many different colors. I put many colors.
Red, orange, yellow, green, yellow.
And it depends upon which mango you're looking at. All right. And then part C, I have to go back to the other CD and listen for the colors, circle A or B. And again, I'll play it twice. And if I need to play it more, please, just say, yes, I need you to play it again. Okay, so listen for the colors, circle A or B.
Page 90. Exercise C. Listen for the color. Circle A or B. 1. Monica is wearing a black jacket. 2. Meg is wearing a red skirt. 3. Jinsu is wearing a blue shirt. 4. Dora is wearing beige pants. 5. Solomon is wearing white shoes. 6. Lee is wearing a purple sweater. 7. Miguel is wearing gray socks. 8. Anne is wearing a blue dress.
Okay, I'll play it again.
Page 90. Exercise C. Listen for the color. Circle A or B. 1. Monica is wearing a black jacket. 2. Meg is wearing a red skirt. 3. Jinsu is wearing a blue shirt. 4. Dora is wearing beige pants. 5. Solomon is wearing white shoes. 6. Lee is wearing a purple sweater. 7. Miguel is wearing gray socks. 8. Anne is wearing a blue dress.
Do I need to play it again?
No.
Okay, so Louisa, what's number 1? Say the letter as well as the answer, the color.
Number 1 is black.
And number 2, Matthew.
Number 2 is red.
And what letter? Matthew, what letter?
A.
Yes. And number 3, Nancy.
Letter B, blue.
And number 4, Louisa.
Number 4 is A, beige.
And number 5, Matthew.
Number 5 is A, white.
And number 6, Nancy.
Letter B, purple.
And number 7, Louisa.
Letter B, gray.
And number 8, Matthew.
Is A, blue.
All right, any questions?
No question.
This seems to be easier than what we were doing with the these and those, and
Yes, it's more easy.
I think they'll give you something hard and then give you something easy. Well, it's almost time to go, and thank you for coming on. I tried to let you know ahead of time that my lights went out, and I'm thinking looking around the neighborhood, it wasn't just my lights, but the lights in the neighborhood were out. And I'm thinking maybe someone ran into a light pole or something like that and knocked the pole down. I don't know, but it happened around 6 o'clock. And I thought, oh no, we're not going to be able to do class. And so that's why I sent out the message. And then it came back on about 20-25 after. So I thought, well, okay, I'll send another message and we'll see who comes. So thank you all for coming and have a good day. And Nancy, tell us a little bit about your heart that's hanging there.
Happy Valentine's Day. Thank you so much,
Okay.
Mrs. Wanda.
So thank you very much, and everyone have a good week, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you.
See you next
See
week.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, Luisa. My
I
Bye.
hope
Ciao.
Bye,
no
Nancy.
lights out next week, I hope.
I hope.
Yeah,
Thank you, Mrs. Wanda. Have a good night.
see you.
You
Bye.
too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.